Alright guys, now we got the performance test with the Delkevic exhaust system. It added quite a bit more performance than I expected. I just did some 0 to 60 runs and timed them. Did 0 to 60 runs with the stock exhaust system, and then did 0 to 60 runs with the Delkevic system and all the different configurations. The way that I recorded the video, the footage isn't going to be the best quality. I tried it a couple different ways with the timer, and I ended up doing it the way that was the easiest and the most accurate times with the 0 to 60 runs, and that way happened to be a lower quality on the video. I'm going to go ahead and roll in a video that a YouTuber did with the IBEX 450 in a 0 to 60 run, just for a comparison. If you just want to see the fastest run or know the fastest run and what configuration it was, it's going to be the second run. The first 3 runs are all with the stock configuration. The next run, the next 1 or 2 runs, is going to be the fastest. And if that's all you want to know, that might be all you need to watch. If you want to get further into it, a little deeper into it, go ahead and watch the whole video where I do all the different runs with all the different configurations. There can maybe be a discrepancy with the timing, you know, let's say a 1/10 of a second, but I did the best I could with what I had. Alright, well, let's get into it. And one more thing is, I did not cherry pick the times. I did not cherry pick the runs. If I did the run, it's on the video. Alright, I did not go through and try to pick the fastest ones.
better? All right. Perfect. Quick. Alright, kind of pretty far back. Definitely has more torque. Alright.
Alright guys, there you go. So, looks like it took about 0.75 seconds off of the 0 to 60 run, and that's just with adding the slip-on. I went back, I put the Delkevic header on, did the test, did some riding around. I went ahead and put the stock header back on. I just wasn't sure if it was making the bike run a little hotter, and I didn't really want to take that chance if it wasn't adding a significant power or better 0 to 60 run. Now, I should have done more tests than I did, really. It did seem with the couple runs I did with the Delkevic header and the open exhaust, it possibly added more torque on the low end as well because of the wheelie that it pulled during the 0 to 60 test, which it didn't do in any of the other tests with the other configurations. I should have done more tests on that, but in the back of my mind I was wondering about it running hot. I thought that it might have been running hot. I put the stock header back on the bike, did some tests with it, did some rides, and first I thought it was running a couple degrees cooler. Then I pulled back in my driveway and it was hitting the same temperature and holding that temperature even with the fan on, just like it was with the Delkevic header. So I'm going to stick with the stock header as of now, at least, just because I didn't plan on putting a tuner on the bike. I didn't want to adjust the air fuel mixture. I didn't want to add more fuel to compensate for the added air and the added exhaust coming out. I don't want my fuel mileage to go down, and I don't want to really deal with that. It's kind of good enough for me right now. So that's what I went back to. It did just as quick of a run in that configuration, so that's what I'm going to work with. I think that's about it though, guys. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the tests. Hopefully you see the Delkevic exhaust does add quite a bit of power to the motorcycle and 9 pounds less weight. So somewhere in there, it did take time, whatever it may be, whether it's a power to weight ratio or added horsepower or a combination of the two. It did add something, and it did take off time with the 0 to 60 run, and it definitely added more torque. The bike could pull up into a wheelie bit more. I need a little bit more test. I need to go off-road with it and do some extensive off-road tests to kind of see the difference on that end. But that's what I got for you so far. I hope you enjoyed the video. All right, guys. Later.